happiness through ice cream on both sides of the counter. But more importantly, it's creating a platform that encourages the most growth possible. So the Hop started in 1978. Ashley, my wife, and I worked at the old location for the previous owners, and we moved with them here to this location, and then a year after that we ended up purchasing the business from them. So that was in August of 2008, and 15 years ago, which is kind of crazy. Really, the Hop has always been about making really good ice cream, but almost more importantly than that, as the community mindedness of the business, and it created, well before we became owners, an institution in Asheville. It is our livelihood. It's everything to Ashley and I, to make it sure it's successful and sustainable, and for this, like, it's a job, but it's way more than.
So I actually really like working for the Hop. It's fantastic. For like a brief overview of it, my main job duties, I'm the store manager here. So the main thing I do is help customers. I'm kind of go-to person to handle situations, know what needs to be done when. I know a lot of things that other people don't. People message me to see what kind of things they need to be doing at any given time. In addition, I take care of the store's inventory. I take care of ordering for everything, and I really like it.
I've always enjoyed helping people, and we've always been friends with all different groups of people, and like we've never really pigeonholed ourselves in a social setting. I think that's one of the reasons why ice cream made so much sense to us when we were students at UNC Asheville, when we first started working for the Hop, is that you were making everybody happy, right? It's like it didn't matter where the person was coming from, like they were coming to get ice cream, and it was our job to make sure that they were happy when they left. We've settled on an ethos that is pretty straightforward. It's happiness through ice cream on both sides of the counter. But more importantly, it's creating a platform that encourages the most growth possible.
A lot of things make the Hop special. If we're just looking at like the most objective thing, the ice cream here is amazing. If we're just looking at what we have, the ice cream we make here is pretty one of a kind. We use local ingredients, we use local flavors, we have our own recipe for everything. In addition, we have vegan ice cream with our own recipes. We have so many flavors you can't get anywhere else. Like look somewhere else and see if they have like mustard ice cream. They're not.
Very easy relationships to build were UNC Asheville because we were already students. We know all the professors. There's a lot of them are still there. I tutor in the math department still. I have been employed by the university since I was a student, in one capacity or another. So, you know, I was a coach on the soccer team, right? I was the assistant men's and women's soccer coach. So because of all of those things that happened before we became owners of the Hop, it was really easy to build that relationship.
It's really comforting to know that we have someone like the Hop Ice Cream out there in our community to support us.
It's cool to see a UNCA men's soccer alum thriving in the Asheville community and giving back to UNC Asheville, and having that support means a lot to us.
Having local businesses like the Hop supporting UNC Asheville athletics is very important for our success.
We do have certain focuses in the community, and youth literacy is probably the biggest one. And during COVID, when the world was shut down, we worked on creating relationships with all the youth literacy organizations in Asheville. Or with literacy, right? Every other door can open, right? If literacy isn't there, if you don't know how to read, then it makes it harder to open those doors, right? If you need, it's not even necessarily education. Like I didn't even want to be limited to just education. Like of course education is important, and I definitely stand by education, but if you can read, then you can learn, right? You can keep growing, you can keep getting better, you can have more opportunities.
Hoppy dark chocolate popcorn caramel ice cream, like from just that perspective alone, we have such a wide, unique array of flavors you can't get anywhere else. And beyond that, we have a really nice community here. The people who work here are absolutely delightful. A lot of people here who come here sometimes just come here to hang out. We have so many groups that come in. We have groups in the past that came here every week to just hang out and play games here. It's like a nice little community, and I think it's a fantastic place in town. It's like a safe place in town.
It's fun to be out in the community. It's fun to make people happy, and people very, very, very rarely are upset that we're there with ice cream.
The ice cream from the Hop never misses, especially Bulldog Tracks. Keep making that stuff. And thank you for always giving us free ice cream at basketball games and always being at all of the sporting events.
And we just wanted to thank you guys so much for always supporting us, no matter what.
For the future of the Hop, I'm really hoping to see more of what we do. We have been doing some really great strides in both community outreach and collaborations with really amazing people that I hadn't expected. We had this flavor. If I remember how to pronounce it correctly, it's Canugula, which was this very specific flavor, which was a collaboration with, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was a local Native American outreach group. And the ice cream itself was made from wild foraged berries that was a direct collaboration with them. And it was such a unique experience when I saw people all over. It was one of the most popular flavor releases we've ever had. And I've had so many people in there that told me so many interesting stories about the ice cream. And I love seeing that. And I would love to see more of that. I would love to see expansion, because really, with everything I've said, I think we're doing fantastic, and I'd love to see more of this kind of energy in Asheville, and I really just hope it keeps growing, keeps being a positive influence.